Well, I am going to show you how to make some healthy stuffed peppers today. So I'm going to show you a little bit of, what you need first to do it. And you're going to need some, I get the all-natural fresh turkey, which is 94% lean ground turkey. Brown rice. The peppers, of course, I get organic green peppers. They're bell peppers. Some fat-free shredded mozzarella cheese, and some chunky garden combination ragu. So that's what you need for your stuffed peppers, and I'll show you what you have to do. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take your peppers apart, and I'll show you how to do that real quick. I'm sure all of you, or if not most of you, know how to do this already, but you just want to cut around the top of the pepper like this, and cut around that stem, and then boom, this comes out, and that's what you want. You want that to come out. And sometimes what I like to do, if there's like some on the side, I just kind of cut around it like this and just dump it like that, and then it makes room for your actual stuffing to go inside there. So what I'm going to do is, how much I'm going to make is going to be enough for 3 stuffed peppers. But, I'll do the recipes on my upcoming website so that you'll have the recipes for, how to do it if it's just one person, 2 people, so on and so forth. So when that's up and running, make sure you check that out. Alright, so once you do that to your peppers, once you get them all cleaned out, you want to take a wide pot, like a wide Dutch oven, and you only want to fill it to about 1 inch of water. Then what I like to do is I like to steam them. So I put this little steamer tray in, and I put my peppers in. Because then what's going to happen is when you put them in the steamer, they're going to stay kind of crispy instead of being really soggy. Like, sometimes I've gone to restaurants and there's been times where I've had really, really soggy stuffed peppers, and I don't particularly like those. So putting them in this and steaming them is going to ensure that they're going to be nice and crispy for you. Alright, so what you're going to do is, once you have all your peppers in your pot, you want to put them on the heat. And I'm just going to put these on medium-high, and you want to cover them because you're going to steam them. They're not going to take very long to do. In the meantime, I set my water up in my pot for the rice, and I'm waiting for that to boil up so I can add my rice to that. So obviously you want to make sure that you follow the directions on your rice box so that you ensure that you're cooking your rice correctly. So there's that. Oh, what I did do is, for a little flavor to the water, I added some garlic powder and a little bit of ground black pepper to the water before I add my rice in. This way the flavor will just, soak into the rice while you're cooking it. Alright, so I'm going to move on, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start cooking the turkey. You have your medium saucepan, and I use the olive oil cooking spray. Whenever you're working with really lean meat, you want to make sure that you have some kind of lubrication on the pan, because especially with the turkey, how lean it is, it will stick to the pan. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on high heat, and I'm going to get the turkey in the pan. We're going to get that going. And obviously you just want to brown this up like you would regular chopped meat. You want to break it up in the pan, let it brown, and once it's done cooking, you want to drain the fat from it, if there is any, because there's really not going to be a lot of fat with this because it's 94% lean ground turkey. So, but whatever little fat there is, make sure that you do drain it. Okay, so right now we're gonna cook this meat up. We're waiting for the rice water to boil, which is actually boiling now. I'm going to add my rice, and then I'll be back to show you how to put it together. Alright, so once your rice is done and your meat is completely cooked, you want to take your meat and you want to add it to your rice. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put it in. We'll try to without getting it all over the place. And that's the sound of my oven. What you want to do is you want to preheat your oven to 350. So then you add your, when you put your peppers in. So the rice and the meat are combined. Now what I'm using is, I'm using the Ragu Garden Combination. The reason why I'm using this is because it has a bunch of vegetables already in the sauce. Plus, there's no garbage in this. It's actually just vegetables in here, and some sodium, and some sugar. But, other than that, there's no funky things that you can't pronounce. So, I have here, this was originally 13 ounces, but there's half in here. So that's 6.5 ounces of sauce in with the rice and the chopped meat. And how I made my rice was I put in 1 3/4 cup of water, boiled it, and then I added 2 cups of the dried rice, and that makes 4 servings. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to stir this up. You want to mix the rice, the sauce, and the meat all together. Get it completely coated with the sauce. This smells really, really good. Okay, so once you have that all combined and everything's coated with the sauce, you want to take your peppers that you got out of the water, and you want to put them, what I like to do, because I'm using fat-free cheese, I'm going to show you something here. I like to take a little bit of the fat-free mozzarella and put it in the pepper first. Just a little bit. That's probably about a tablespoon of the mozzarella cheese. So I do that, and then I forgot to take a spoon, but then I take and spoon, right now I'm going to use a fork, but I spoon in the mixture, and you just want to fill it up to the top. You don't want it to the tippity top because you want room for your cheese. So put it in there like that, and then I take more mozzarella cheese and I just add it to the top like that. Make sure that it's pressed down in there like that. So that's pretty much it. You want to, when you got all of your peppers filled, you want to put them into the 350-degree oven. You can leave them in there for about anywhere between 8 to 10 minutes. You just really want the cheese to melt on the top because everything's already cooked and everything's already warm. Your pepper's still warm. Everything's going to be warm for you. So you're just really heating the cheese up and melting it. So that's it, and I'll show you what they look like when they're done. So this is it. This is the finished product. Actually, what I did was added just a little bit, maybe like a half of a teaspoon worth of fat-free cheddar on the top as well. And I threw it in the oven, 350 degrees for 10 minutes. And at the end, I threw the broiler on for a minute just to see if it would kind of bubble up a little bit. When you're working with fat-free cheese, it's not going to bubble up because there's no fat in it for it to bubble up. So this is the finished product, and make sure that you try it, and I'm sure that you'll definitely like it.